chapéu, o senhor, o que acha? Atirar o chapéu.
Are the entries for throwing the hats?
Gostaria de pedir ao professor
Would be a joke with a Portuguese expression. Could you clarify in pathology the group of karmic effects of the imposed realities? 50 line backwards in the pathology. Sometimes they say arriba here because it's something who speaks Spanish. Is the item is the group of karmic effects of the imposed reality. Well, here we have specific case of the myths and the religions imposed by a group, and they are also accepted by the same group, and they create a group of karmic responsibility related to that reality. So here we have the dogmas, the religious dogmas of several religions, and they are truth that someone once told, and those ideas are imposed to the group. And all this condition is going to generate a group of karmic, dynamic, with, long-term effects. The same person, the power of the truth, realigning the proaxis or the existential program. The power of the truth, let's say in this case, can be directly related to the recover of cons. When we recover cons, we have an access to reality. Sometimes we have certain information, or we recover some cons that lead us to a reality that we are supposed to do, or even a retrocognition that we have. And sometimes by doing this, we access a truth that is going to lead us to our existential program. Page 17, liberty is the item. The verbs only take over of the totality of the intraphysical consciousness are read free from the holosomatic shames and group of karmic restrictions. So related to verbs and this condition of reality, we have to think about the free will, the responsibility about accessing some information, and how much help the person is getting from the helpers. So, for example, for those who have a lot of ego karmic problems, so a very serious group of karmic restrictions, this person is going to have more difficulty in terms of assessing verbs because of his or her condition. And also, there's something implicit related to liberty, is the cosmoetic condition of this person. How someone is going to achieve or to reach a verb and to access the extraphysical center of the truth. This person is not being so cosmoetic. So the concept of liberty must consider all these interconsciential conditions in terms of favoring more or less access to the verbs of certain intraphysical consciousness. Another one is effects on page 17. The item
aí,
17.
que eu estou considerando verdades isentas, são verdades
So here we have the free
de assediadores
truth.
ou informações
Item number
que não
9,
intencionais.
desperticity.
Se a pessoa não é desperta,
If the person is not desperta,
de captar
if there is noise when she is assessing information, it's obvious that the person is not going to be able to access
mas se ela não é desperta,
a verb in a high level. If the person is not a despertant, this truth can be polluted.
né?
So the desperticity gives this condition, positive condition to the person.
Alguma tentativa de manipulação de uma dada realidade por uma consciência.
So the person in this case is free of, an extra-physical manipulation.
Ou de Apolônio de Tiana, e a sua
So you have talked about Apolônio de Tiana,
não deixa de ser
about his beliefs,
estudada. Sai Baba de vida
about his beliefs, and Sai Baba
de estudar.
is it a case for studying like Apolônio? No, Sai Baba is someone who is not
Pessoas que trabalharam com Sai Baba falam
very positive. People who work with him, they talk about a lot of truths about him.
o problema dele.
He has some troubles.
Descobriu o que é que
But related to Apollonia, we have to find out about him, because it's very hard to get information about him.
ouvi o senhor falando
Here,
sobre eclâmpsia.
I heard you talking about eclampsia.
Como não conheceu o pai dele,
I could not have kids, and my husband
queria filho para continuar o
would like to have a son.
seguida de eclâmpsia.
And during my gestation, I had eclampsia.
Depois eu perdi 20 quilos. Os rins para
I lost the baby and I lost 20 kilos.
era grande.
I had
E a
some
pressão que
hydric
28 por
problems.
para 11 por 6.
The pressure, the blood pressure
Dias minha e do menino.
was
Não, aí
disturbed a little bit. Could you talk about this case? Well, I have to examine this case.
do grupo evolutivo.
It's within the evolutionary group that you have. We have to analyze that.
Eu vou falar para vocês que nós temos aqui
I'd like to tell you something
da administração
about the author we have here, about the scientific life. He was
voltar, que é autoridade em pesquisa.
he was giving the course of heterocritic.
Foi o número
I would like to tell you that your participation were very good.
Ô, Antônio, você podia
Antonio, could you say something for him?
todo dia que
It's not always that we have this kind of personality, a high-level personality. It was a great opportunity that we have to debate the issue of scientific production. So for those who didn't accept the invitation, they lost the opportunity of knowing Gilson Volpaut, his experience, and he showed us the way of doing research and how to know how to do this research. He has been showing us along his presentation. It was about the scientific education. For us to know about Conscientiology, we must know about science. We are thinking about bringing him back another time and, take more advantage of his experience.
colocar tapete adequado,
If you stand at him red carpet, it's okay.
abraçar o homem, fazer uma coisa.
We have to embrace him.
Não sei onde os seus estão
Don't scare him.
me aviso, tá? Eu vou tomar umas providências.
Are they treating you well? If they are not, let me know, please.
O caso da Dulce. Pode
Okay, about Dulce,
falar. Ah, é.
for
O
Dulce.
que é que você tem sobre a forma?
What you have in terms of form, everything is correct,
Nada.
Professor. He couldn't find anything.
O que mais?
What else?
Tem uma dúvida aqui.
I have a doubt.
Trinomiologia.
Trinomiology, page 16.
O último que você
The
colocou,
last item, the trinomial vision, version, and truth. Could it be an alliteration?
Visão.
No, not really.
Mas não
Yeah.
chega a ser
Não
uma
chega a
liberação,
ser, né?
porque
Não
Yeah.
tem que ser
chega.
mais o
Not really.
Não, porque, até porque eu fiquei pensando o seguinte. Do ponto
Because I was
de vista mais
thinking
indicado em vez de visão seria percepção.
vision could be perception, could be changed by perception.
Ela faz a interpretação do
Because
som,
the person makes the interpretation of the facts, the personal interpretation.
Visão que ela
But
tem,
also through the vision, the person
é a
can
visão
get through the wide vision.
visão, pós-visão, tudo nada.
This vision is that I always say monovision, cosmovision.
Se a gente colocar
But in terms of alliteration,
quer que seja tudo bonito,
we don't. You're not supposed to use that because people always complain. They are demanding correct, 100% correct.
falando vai ser pior, vai ser mais alto.
So Dulce Valana would be worse than him.
diga, mas
I have a doubt. Is in the emphatic phrase? Why did you use the existential recycle and existential completism? Why didn't you use the
veio e recebe, porque eu
interconsciential recycling?
às vezes
I used the existential recycling because sometimes we have little changes and we have reactions.
É verdade.
e reações
And-
imediatas, eu ia falar.
And existential recycling comes first.
Que muitas vezes
So the immediated reactions of the existential recycling are neglected.
entende? E às
And
vezes a pessoa
they
acessa uma informação muito séria,
Get all the process wrong after that. Sometimes
para ela,
the person access a very important reality, a very important
cai no marasmo,
truth, and the person doesn't do anything about that.
todo trabalho,
So
uma
this condition gets everything wrong or worse, even worse, in the process of this process.
Apesar de uma vida ou uma mini proexis.
Well, the person also can achieve complexes even if he or she has a small life.
Complexo é o último passo.
Okay, folks,
A recíproca
resexes or existential recycle is the first step, and then comes the rest.
Surge porque ela passa.
Posso?
Can I?
Para mim, essa resposta aqui foi altamente esclarecedora.
So this answer was, extremely clarifying for me. It was fantastic. Here in pathology, in the fifth line backwards, sixth line backwards,
Exceção unitária e verídica.
the exception, unitary exception,
Vou explicar melhor um pouco.
no caso, por exemplo,
the truth and unitary
aquela pessoa que
exception.
já tem toda uma realidade
It's someone who has a reality and a
de
group of people or arguments
e tem a
over a position,
unidade
and there is an unity which is an exception. This person is different from the rest,
que é a verdadeira,
and this person can be the one who has the truth.
que é o real, do que é o verdadeiro. Então,
She or he must be the one who is closer to the what is really real.
inteligente. Você tem essas duas condições quase antagônicas que convergem para uma
We have two different
homeostática, né?
antagonic conditions
Às vezes,
that converge to a homeostatic condition. Sometimes you have sometimes a unanimity that needs a unity to achieve a real reality or a real truth. Could you understand that? Let me give you an example. So
pode ser que
It can-
tenha acontecido
can be
ter uma turma de pessoas discutindo determinado
can be a group of people discussing about something, and
Então,